Hey friends, my new YouTube buddy, Lizzie Brewer, just messaged me on my video where I had started making this dress with this shirt and re-inspired me to get back to it. So I am going to do a little sewing on this today. I'm really happy because I had a work meeting that was scheduled for today, and it didn't happen. The person somehow made a mistake and didn't show up, and so that means I get to just do some sewing. And I even had myself go ahead and finish the work report that I was not done with. So that was incredibly responsible of me, although it took me an hour to actually get to it. But I'm really proud of myself for knocking that out, because I would always rather be sewing than doing that stuff. I had a really fun experience of I'm taking this class with Martha Beck. And it's like technically a life coaching class, but I don't know that I'm gonna do life coaching per se. I just wanted to do it for like personal development. So what am I trying to do here? Put the face sides to the face sides, right? And then turn it inside out is probably a good idea. So yeah, there was this exercise in one of her books, which is called, let me just grab it. Here's the two books. Finding Your Own North Star and Steering by Starlight. I'm pretty sure that's going to be upside down for you. My apologies. Okay, it was not this one. It was the Steering by Starlight one. So here you go. Martha Beck. And the activity is about... Oh wait, I'm lying. It was the North Star one. That Starlight one had some good activities too, but okay, so here's what the activity is called. Sorry. Your own best case scenario. So it takes you through like a bunch of activities to identify the thing that gives you the most energy, the person who makes you feel the most relaxed, the time that you felt the healthiest in your life, the information you can easily remember, the activity that is most likely to make you forget time, an item that created the strongest urge to merge. So that's just like you felt like it was like magnetized towards you, and the thing that puts you in the best mood. So oh, interesting. I just realized that this has a hem in there. Should I bother to take that out? I guess I probably should, because that'll probably feel weird. Let's see if the other side has it. It does. But this one only has one. I'll go ahead and use my seam ripper. Do seam rippers make you happy? Seam rippers make me so happy. I love them so much. I have a friend who just recently moved here from Afghanistan, and she had never seen a seam ripper, and she was pulling out the seams on this exact delicate lace, and I was like, "You're tearing the lace. Can you please use a seam ripper?" And she didn't know what I was talking about, so I bought her one at Walmart, and she was like, "This is great." I'm like, yeah, It is. It's a very satisfying tool. So, okay. So I want to share this activity with you because it is so cool how it kind of like brought about me connecting with Lizzie Brewer, who's another YouTuber who does sewing projects and creativity projects, and it was just like such a cool connection and so generous of her because she did a whole video mentioning me and so kind. And she didn't know this, but just so everybody else knows, my pronouns are actually they, them. Um, I am trans non-binary, but those are just made up words. Basically, the point is I don't really feel like I'm any gender because I feel like gender is made up and very limiting, and there have been a lot of parts of my life where I just felt like this is a game that I don't understand and that doesn't feel liberating to me. And so, yeah, I just use they, them pronouns and feel like a person rather than a man or a woman. So, anyways, Lizzie made this amazing video where she mentions me and says such nice things about me and told her subscribers to go check me out, which is so cool because you all, it may change by the time this video is uploaded, but I have 199 subscribers now, thanks to Lizzie's subscribers. So thank you so much. I just can't believe it. I started this just basically to have something to do to keep me occupied and keep me focused on something more positive and not focused on the drama of my own personal trauma. And oh my gosh, 200 subscribers. And now I have been inspired to make a workshop and I have it uploading right now, and hopefully by the time this video comes out it'll be all linked in the description with like information about a membership so that maybe people will want to come together and do a Zoom like stitch together thing, which I think would be so fun. Yeah, so it just like blows my mind that she would be so generous and that this is going so well. But this all happened the day after I had filled out this thing with the Martha Beck book. So I just feel like I have to read it to you because I think it's so amazing. Okay, so this is going to work. So I'm putting, what do they call this? Face side together. And I'm just going to tuck it down a little bit on each side and sew it together. This is the sleeve of the dress. Okay, where did I put that? Needle and thread? Here it is. Okay, so the thing that gives me the most energy is hanging out with the kids in the neighborhood. I have an 11-year-old and he is very good friends with a just delightful little gaggle of kids that live in our neighborhood, and I play this hilarious game with them called the food game, and I don't know how it got made up. It was probably like I was deliriously tired, they were all going wild, and I was trying to keep them occupied and happy. So what happens is it's kind of like a modified form of tag, and because I don't run, I had a brain injury when I was little and running is like really makes me feel wonky, so I don't run. So they wanted to play tag and wanted me to chase them, of course, but they're all so fast that I was never ever catching them. So I invented this game called the food game, and I named them all different kinds of foods, and they get really into like what I'm gonna name them and if they want to be a dessert or a drink or a main food or whatever. And then they have to run away, and then I try to come find them, and I can throw a fork or a straw, and I say dunk, like the fork or straw is going into them when I see them, so that I can get them from far away without having to actually run up and get them, and they all squeal and run away, and then if I get them, then I go up and like make either drinking sounds or eating sounds depending on what they are, and pretend to like gobble them up and kind of tickle them while they're doing it, and they just think it's hilarious and they're so cute. So anyways, that is my happiest thing. That's my most energy thing, is being outside with the kids, and often I'll just take them. There's an abandoned golf course behind our apartment complex. I'll take them back there and let them just explore and, play with sticks. And there's a little creek behind us, and I'll take them out there and let them throw, rocks into it, or slide around on it when it's frozen. I bring them popsicles when they get off the bus. I just love the kids in the neighborhood. So that is my most high energy activity. The person who makes me feel the most relaxed, this one's kind of surprised me, but I think it's right. There is one little girl in the neighborhood who I just feel like is the most delightful human to be around. She's so fun. I like her a lot. I feel like I could just hang out with her and be totally like no stress. Then my best health situation. So about a year ago, I was having like really severe perimenopause symptoms and was doing a lot of research on how to help myself because it was affecting my mood, and I was just like bleeding really heavily, and a lot of things were really hard. I wasn't sleeping. And I have worked so hard on my mental health that I just was like, this is not okay. And my doctor and I did a lot of research, and I did a lot of research. And finally, what we came up with was to have me take a low dose of testosterone. So, a lot of, not a lot of, I mean, I don't know, some trans people take like gender affirming hormone replacement therapy. And so my doctor was like, yeah, it'd be so easy to get you on this. And we could try it, and it might help with just like gender dysphoria, which is the feeling of feeling sort of like the gender expectations don't feel good. But it might also help. Well, she said it'll definitely help with the perimenopause stuff. And part of my research was that I found out that in other countries, not in the US, they do prescribe testosterone in low doses to people who identify as women who are going through perimenopause. So we tried it, and it's been, oh my gosh, like such a miracle. My period has stopped, which was welcome because I was not trying to have kids. And my, like, oh my gosh, my mood stuff is gone. I'm sleeping well. I have an appetite for the first time in my life. I have so much more energy. I'm just a much more calm, like happy, stable person without all the perimenopause drama, and I'm so happy about it. So that's what I put. My healthiest is when I started taking the testosterone. The information I remember the most easily. So I could talk for hours and hours and hours about like spiritual concepts. I love thinking about anything metaphysical. Like I love learning about religious traditions. I love learning about, I love reading all about spiritual things, paranormal stuff, anything in that realm, tarot, all of that stuff I just adore and could listen to for hours and remember just endless information because I just love it so much. So that's what I put for that. Activity that is most likely to make you forget the time. Sewing. I'm always shocked when I'm done with these videos to see that they're like 30 minutes, 45 minutes long, and honestly it feels like 5 minutes every time. So definitely sewing. Let's see what the next one is. Item that created the strongest urge to merge. So this one's kind of funny and a little embarrassing, but so the thing that like just drew you to it, that you get like so obsessed by, that's what this one's supposed to be. And so I still really like her, but I'm not as obsessed with her as I was. I went through this period of time, I don't know, maybe a year or two ago, where I was obsessed with Lily Singh, who is famous for YouTube, for her YouTube channel, but she also is like now an actor and comedian and stuff. So now she's done a lot more, but than just YouTube. But oh my gosh, obsession. Like, I listened to every single interview she ever did. I was like constantly looking at her YouTube videos, which she hasn't made YouTube videos in years, but there's like thousands because that's what she primarily did for a lot of years. I was constantly listening to or watching something about her. I don't know. I honestly don't know why. I mean, she is like funny and, entertaining and, okay, just have to think for a minute where I'm pinning this. And she is, spiritual too, but in like a light-hearted way. And she actually did, during the pandemic, write this amazing book that I highly recommend called Be a Triangle, by Lily Singh. If I can remember, I will put it in the description. But okay, so she's my urge to merge thing. And then best mood setting. So the thing that puts me in the best mood consistently is, other than sewing, taking a walk. I will tell you what, my doctor for years tried to get me to exercise, but because of the brain injury stuff, I had so much fear about exercise that I really was resistant. And my doctor would always be like, that's the best thing I can give you in terms of mental health stuff. And I was always like, I know, but I don't want to. And when all this perimenopause stuff started coming up, I forced myself to start walking every day. I tell you what, I walk slowly. It is not like an exerciser walk. It is miraculous. It is like so phenomenally, incredibly helpful when it comes to mental health. They were not wrong. So I cannot recommend that enough. Am I in the video? I always feel like I'm gonna look at these videos and it's gonna be just the table. Okay, I have to read this to you now that I've set you up with all of this. Listen to this. It says, it's an incredibly beautiful day. The air is clear, the scenery dazzling, and you're setting out to do... So it's a fill in the blank that they have, and you put in all these things that I just said. You're setting out to hang out with the neighborhood kids, with that little neighborhood girl that I love. You've got no other responsibilities, no immediate deadlines, and no major problems weighing you down. You feel great, even better than you did back when you first started taking testosterone. In fact, you're in the best physical shape of your life, strong, robust, and full of energy. You're having a great conversation about spirituality when a message arrives for you. It's a letter from the president saying that you have been chosen to receive a lifetime of financial support for sewing. This will require you to spend a lot of time with Lily Singh. You feel just the way you did when you take walks. Only more so. Lie back for a minute, take in the scenery, and enjoy knowing that this is basically how you're going to spend the rest of your life. Oh my gosh. It just makes me smile so big because I wrote this, and when I did sit back and think about it, I was like, oh my gosh, can you imagine if I got a letter from the president saying, like, we're going to give you a lifetime compensation for sewing? I would be so happy. And if I got to hang out so much with the neighborhood kids and Lily Singh, oh my gosh. And then the next day, I get this notification from the YouTube comment from Lizzie saying that she told her 9,000 subscribers that they should check me out. And then I almost have 200 subscribers. Oh my gosh. I just can't believe it. I can't believe how lucky I am. I feel like I just can't believe it. And I've been watching Lizzie's uh, videos, and they're just so similar to mine. Like, not all like perfect production and lighting and video and whatever. And it just was validating. It made me feel like, okay, I can do this. And there is a value for it in the world. And I just felt so inspired, and I had the video was amazing because she um, said talked about, or she read like an angel card or an oracle card or something, and it was on grief. And I was just finishing my slow stitching through grief workshop, which was so random, but I just felt like so inspired to do it. I'm not even in like a particular point of grief, but I just felt like I need to do this about grief. And I did it. I made it happen. And then I was worried about how I was going to figure out how to get it like available for people, because I just like videoed it, but I didn't know how to get it available for people. So my friend told me about this thing called Gumroad, and I tried to figure it out. I couldn't figure it out, and then I tried again today, and I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna figure it out. And my password wouldn't work. And then it was telling me I didn't have an account, and then it was telling me I did have an account. I had to reset my password, whatever. Finally got in there, couldn't figure it out, sat there for another couple minutes, tried to like look up all their like help desk, uh, whatever articles, right? And couldn't figure it out. And then I got this idea. I said, oh, you can put things on YouTube but make them unlisted, because it allowed for you to upload a URL, like a website for your video, but not just a MP4 file or whatever. So, oh my gosh. So I am uploading it right now, and it's taking a really long time, but I have no reason to believe it's not going to upload. I think it just takes time. And so once it's uploaded, then oh my gosh, I'm gonna put it on a description of my I think I'm gonna try to put it on the description of all my videos. And then you can go check it out. So I won't put this video out until I have it uploaded. So that means that in the description there should be a place where you can click to register for the grief workshop, or the other thing that I put on there is you can join like a monthly subscription, and all of it is going to be pay what you want. But obviously, if you have resources and feel like supporting me, I welcome it. So you can, I think I put it as like a minimum $5 a month or something like that, because I want everybody to be able to join regardless of what their circumstances are. But so you can put the subscription, and you can get the workshop, and I'm going to make a new workshop every month. So the workshop is 6 videos guiding us through the 5 stages of grief, and you will do 2 Zooms a month, every other week on Sunday afternoons. And then there'll be a second tier, which would be if you want to like just Zoom me and you. And then a third tier, which would be we could Zoom me and you and do like a tarot reading or an oracle card. I'm kind of new to the tarot oracle world, but I think it's really a beautiful way to tap into like wisdom from your guides. And I have really enjoyed doing it with some friends and things. So, yeah. So I'm going to put all that in the link description. And if nothing else, I am also going to put this like article that I put together about the history of slow stitching, and I think it's really cool and interesting, and I put it on there for free. So if you go to the link description and click on the one that says the like free history of slow stitching, then you can go to that Gumroad and you can get that for free. And obviously, again, you can give money there too if you want, but you don't have to. And I would love for you to have that because I think it's a really interesting and like affirming history. Because I knew it was beneficial to sew, but I just didn't realize how like universal it has been across every culture and from really the beginning of time. And how it really does have like mental health benefits. So check it out, and I'm so excited. Yeah. Whew, that was a lot. And I think let's see, I'm definitely going to keep sewing. Let's see how long we've been together here. But I feel like I need to take a little break from talking. It's been 26 minutes. So I think what I'll do is I will end this video here. And by the way, had I showed you my most recent pincushion that I made out of an embroidered doily that I found at Swanson's Fabrics? Oh yeah, I want to put that in all the links to Swanson's Fabrics, where I get all my hot trash, which is the donated. So this little doily was embroidered and just so scrumptious and cute. I couldn't bear to give it away or cut it up. And so I made it into a little baby pincushion. Isn't that darling? I love it so much. So I'll put Swanson's Fabric in the link as well. That's the place where I get all the donated fabric, and I just really encourage you to consider buying from them or someplace like that where you are, because first, there's no need to spend so much money on fabric, but secondly, like, there's just, if you ask around or if you just go to Swanson's, there is never ending extra fabric that is usually better quality than what you can buy in the store now anyhow, but also it just prevents it from going to a dump, and it's just really so sustainable. So consider that, and I am sending you all so much love, and just hopes that you take really good care of yourself today, and that you remember that even if you feel very alone wherever you are out there in the world, I'm sending you some love, and you can come back and stitch with me anytime. Okay, talk to you soon.